Growing up, did you ever play the game of trying to put the square peg in the round hole? Well, today on Unity Motorsports Garage, that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Stay tuned. Okay, so it may not be exactly the same game since I'm trying to fit a hole on a hole. This is the plenum top for Project Mixed Up Boss. As you can see, it is set up for a 4150 carburetor, and you can see the mods that I did in a previous video, and I'll put the link of it up in that corner there so that you can take a look at what I did on that. But this is the subject today. We're going to make that fit that. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work, right? Now, before I hear it in the comments about running an adapter 4500 to a 4150, I could do that, but I'm still stuck with this hole right here. And when you look at that hole, you can see that it actually blocks part of the actual runner that's corresponding down below it. So part of the reason for running a Dominator is to spread out the bores of the carburetor directly over top of the intake runner itself. So DV and I talked about this in great detail last night about the best way to skin this cat. And so there's many different ways that we could have went, but being that I wanted to use this manifold and still be able to run a 4150 carburetor on it if I felt the need to, that's going to involve some creativity, to say the least. When talking about a 4150 in comparison to a Dominator 4500, most think that the base is extremely larger. Well, in fact, the venturis have been spread apart, but if you look at the bolt holes, you can see that they're pretty similar in the fact that it would pretty much go in the same location of where these two holes are. So that would involve us either one, welding this up, re-drilling it and re-tapping it to accept studs in the proper location, or we talked about drilling it out and actually putting in an insert. A whole lot of work, really. But sitting there just talking, you find since this carburetor, this is drilled so that you can mount the carburetor either front ways or to the side, it's dual drilled. If you put the spacer on there and you cock it, put it slightly at an angle, you can see the bolt holes line up perfect. So in talking about that, we figured that this would be the easiest way to achieve the goal that we're looking to do. Plus it gives the carburetors that cool 70s vintage staggered carburetor look. You know, you have to go back and look at some pictures of pro stock engines from the early 1970s, especially the Chevrolets. They were really the ones who did it. So first things first, got to get this on here. Got to get the base scribed out so that I can start grinding. So I've already got the layout fluid put down and I've scribed out the venturi holes in the spacer plate so that I get the image that I want to see. And basically I do that just so that I can actually see the scribe line. That's what layout fluid is for. So I'm going to get to work on grinding this and put this in time lapse, and I'll see you at the other side. Alright, so after about 2 hours, this is what we have. Look at the line of sight you have now going into the runners of the manifold. Completely different. Every venturi is over every runner centered, with of course the exception of the little angle. But as you can see, matches up perfect to the spacer plate. Now there's going to be a lot of mods done to the lower half that David Vizard is going to cover on his channel, and I'm going to put a link up in the corner here so that you can go to his channel and check out his content. And so whenever we get to the point of the lower manifold being done, we will come together and show you just exactly all of the mods that we have put into this. Well, that pretty much wraps up this video. I've got about 2 hours of grinding on this plenum top, and we're nowhere near being finished. The No Name Nationals is coming up soon. We're about at 200 days, so we've got to get this thing done. But more importantly, special surprise, this thing is going on the dyno come April 1st. So if you don't know what I'm dynoing, Project Mixed Up Boss, you should. Go to my channel. I'll put a link to all of the videos of Project Mixed Up Boss so that you can get caught up in the action to where we are today. So April 1st, Mixed Up Boss will be on the dyno, and I've got a special treat coming up with a video of the carburetors that's going to be going on this combination. You'll love it. Stay tuned. Until next time, this is Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage. I'll catch you later.